Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
Alright guys, after this episode, we will officially be halfway through the first season of House of the Dragon. My House Targaryen mug set still has not arrived. I ordered this damn thing right after the series premiere aired. It's been 17 days since the tracker's even been updated, so I have no freaking idea where this thing is. I swear, by the time it gets here, Rhaenyra's gonna be like 50, but that's this week's update in regards to my mug set in its current location. So, what's up guys, Street Justice here, welcome back to my channel. We are back with the reaction to House of the Dragon, the Season 1, Episode 5, We Light the Way. Now, I was discussing last week as well in regards to Rhaenyra and her aging. The young actresses that play her and Alicent, I don't know how long they were going to be sticking around for, but this week on Twitter, they made it pretty clear that this episode right here is the last that we're actually going to see of them in this season, and potentially the series as well. We already know that the second season has been greenlit, so I really do hope that they were incorporated somehow and brought back, even for some flashbacks. Well, I guess it would have to be some flashbacks, but yeah, that's all I really had to say for this introduction, my update in regards to my mug set, and the aging of the characters, and the changing of the actresses, which I'm kind of looking forward to as well, because I do want to see the older versions of them, the new actresses that take on the roles, and see how they do in the role. I might end up loving them just as much, if not more. So if you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. Super cloudy. The cinematography in the show too, super underrated.
Tomorrow, Lady Rear.
Lady Rear?
Today's quarry. Rabbit?
Dear,
Jefferson Company.
I'd rather ride alone.
Good fortune to you.
She seems like a stubborn one. Aren't they all though? Lovely shots of the hills. She may not be a dragon rider. Seems to be a pretty good horse rider though. Oh shit. Is that Daemon?
Husband,
That's who he's married to?
what brings you to the Vale?
He was talking smack about her. Yo, she's cute.
Or have you at last come to consummate our marriage?
I don't think he
The
can.
Vale's sheep might be willing, even if I'm not.
What is that? What the fuck? Did she break her back? I thought that was the horse. I heard a crack. Daemon. We just met our character too, like 10 seconds ago. What the fuck?
I knew you couldn't finish.
Low blow. Oh shit, he's gonna finish. What a transition. Seasick. Never mind the sea snake, he's seasick.
I do not wish to see her.
Such is the king's decision.
A decision I most bitterly regret.
He's been banished.
You chose Rhaenyra.
She swore her innocence, and I believed her.
You
She's too
as did
naive.
her father.
But I did not foresee this.
Should have.
If you had not been so relentless in advancing Aegon as heir.
Too aggressive.
Listen to me, daughter. The king will die. The realm will not accept her. And to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice. The time is coming, Alicent. Either you prepare Aegon to rule, or you cleave to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy.
Yo, this is fire. With the fire in the back too. Maybe he does care for her more than I initially thought. He's just so power hungry though. I feel like those words are gonna stick with her. You can tell she definitely took that in. The king has arrived.
Welcome to High Tide, Your Grace.
What is the meaning of this, Lady Lena? Is this how House Velaryon greets
Oh,
its
she's
king?
growing up a bit.
Let's just get on with it.
More time has passed. This show, man,
Outside
jumps ahead so much.
among the natives.
Lord Lareth,
Your father was a good man.
as is yours, who took his place.
You're perhaps in need of an ally.
I'm the Queen. I have no shortage of allies.
She's got to start playing things differently now.
For example.
With Otto the picture, she's got to step it up.
Purpose, my lord.
I did wonder if she could be relied upon now that she is unwell.
It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
Tea.
Yes.
Very end of the last episode.
That the Grand Maester himself brought.
At the direction of the king, as I understand it.
Yeah, not a fan of this guy. He's another one to watch out for. There he is.
Your Grace, may I offer you a chair?
Cousin.
The Queen who never was.
Are you well?
And do you lose more fingers?
I can think of no man more
Just a
suited to
stub
be the
now?
hand of the king.
That is very kind of you to say, Lord Corliss.
Though I do wish we could meet under happier pretenses.
How so?
Damon's wife, the Lady Rhea Royce, has passed. A most surprising end.
He already knows.
Lady Rhea's skill as both
Damon.
rider and hunter were well known.
The gods are cruel.
I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
We would like to know how the succession will be handled.
She and Selena's firstborn child, regardless of gender, will inherit the Iron Throne from her. Such time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne, he or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen. Dragons will rule the Seven Kingdoms for the next 100 years, just as they did the last.
Got a deal or what?
This is an equitable compromise.
I know that whatever agreement being struck up there will not
What a
change
shot
our
here.
plans, nor will it change mine.
On the beach. Man, the lighting
What do you
too.
propose?
That we perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm. And when it's done, each of us dies as we see fit.
That could work. Basically do what you have to, keep everybody pleased, and then do your own thing on the side. So we got our husband that's gonna be gay, doing his thing on the side. And then we got her who's not gonna be faithful, doing her incest thing on the side. What a couple.
I've heard you say so many times how you loathe the lot of your position. Selena is a good and decent man. You did not choose him. He was chosen for you.
What's he getting at here?
If there were another path, one that led to freedom, a marriage for love, not for the crown.
I am the crown, Sir Kristen. Or I will be.
Breaking his heart right now.
Well, my,
He's gonna go overboard.
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
An oath of chastity. I've broken it. I saw my white cloak. It is the only thing I have to my fucking name.
To be fair, he didn't really have a
I
choice.
thought if we were married, I might be able to restore it.
The Iron Throne looms larger than me.
This is bigger than them, though. Bigger than him, at least. I've returned. With 3 fingers.
You've been summoned.
I left the princess just minutes ago.
Not the princess, sir. The queen.
I fear I must question you on a delicate matter, Sir Kristen.
You know, Alice's doing her thing now.
I am your servant as always, my queen.
The night of Damon's return, there has been a rumour, a lapse of morals.
He knows that she was out. I don't think he knows the full story either, though.
Breaches, or rather lapses.
It happened, your grace. I have committed it. But rather than gelding me and having me tortured, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
He's requesting to die? Better than being tortured, but still. Now, what is she gonna do with that info? That's my question now.
To help him sleep.
Yo, they're gonna have to take his arm off. Look at that thing.
Will I be remembered as a good king, Lionel? Your Grace?
You have carried King Jaehaerys' legacy.
and kept the realm strong.
Another lord might assure me that I would rise like Aegon the Conqueror given the chance.
Your Grace, that is your right.
'Tis perhaps best not to know.
Nice transition there too. Yo, dragon time. Yeah, everything here is so impressive. These shots, the ships, the dragons.
Announces the start of the royal wedding celebrations.
Oh, weddings. Weddings are always something in Game of Thrones. I told you guys before too, I've never actually been to a wedding myself. First wedding I went to was the Red Wedding.
If this is only the welcome feast, I admit I cannot imagine what you might have planned for the wedding.
Oh, my daughter is the future queen.
Seems to be doing better now.
Where is the queen? I hope to pay my respects.
I understand the queen is still readying herself for the celebrations.
This is why men wage war. Because women would never be ready for the battle in time.
Saying that right in front of her.
Your presence is always such a pleasure, Lord Jason.
Princess, Your Grace.
That's your cue to get the fuck out.
Lord Corlys of House Velaryon.
My betrothed.
My betrothed.
Look who it is. You hear all the whispers? Oh, there he is. That's Daemon. That's Daemon.
Be welcome, as we join together in celebration with House Targaryen and
Queen's there.
Do you know what color it glows when Old Town calls its banners to war? Green.
Okay, this is interesting. Like the gauntlets being thrown, I suppose.
Congratulations, Edward.
Knowing what she knows now, too? That was one hell of an entrance.
Please be seated.
The joining of the two houses, Your Grace.
Yeah.
Man, he's a good hand.
With House Targaryen and House Velaryon united, I hope to herald in a second age of dragons in Westeros, your future queen, and Selena Velaryon, the heir to Driftmark.
Damn, they already know the moves. I'm not a dancer, never was. Even in my early hip-hop days. There's no way he's picking up on who her side chick is, side man. I feel like he did though. Alright, it's a party now.
Your Grace.
We thank you for coming, Uncle.
Know that Old Town stands with you.
When is she gonna make her move? Clearly she's getting like all the backing right now. All the pieces in order before she officially does.
They make a handsome match, don't they?
What?
Well, the princess and Selena.
No, this guy needs to fall back. Why is he instigating? If you already know the secret,
Sir Joffrey Long.
just leave it be.
If you have something to say, Sir Joffrey, speak.
Just say it.
It's quite dead. That's I know. The princess is to you. But we should swear to each other to guard them and their secrets. Because if those are kept safe, then so are we all.
This whole conversation was just so unnecessary. To their old language. Is this really what you want? Just playing the game. Yo. He's watching the entire thing. Shit just hit the fan. It's not even the wedding, but I told you. Can't have nice things. Kristen's in it. Oh! God damn! Broke his arm. If first I thought it was a fight between Kristen and Damon because he grabbed Rhaenyra. All these cuts. What the fuck? This is going off. Look at his face. Oh, I got chills. Legit chills right now. Goosebumps. I don't understand though. Was that all part of the plan? From Allison? I have a lot of questions, a lot of things to say in the discussion. That guy needed to go though. He was doing too much.
We stand here tonight in thanks and praise to join two souls as one.
I am yours and you are mine.
Lenore of House Pilarium, Rhaenyra of
Wow.
House Targaryen,
It's gonna end it.
to be man and wife, now and forever.
Sir Kristen.
Yo, I don't know why. This is giving me chills though. The last freaking 5 minutes. There goes Viserys. And here come the rats. What an episode, man. What a freaking episode. We are officially halfway through season 1 of House of the Dragon, and I gotta say, I kind of already said it, but like the last 5 minutes there at the very end, my arm was like shaking from freaking chills, goosebumps, like everything that went down, and there was a lot that went down. There's a lot to discuss, as always, so you know that's exactly what we're gonna do right here, right now. Alright guys, that was House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 5. We like the way, and if it is officially true that that was, in fact, the last episode for the actresses that play young versions of Rhaenyra and Alicent, what a way to go, man. They freaking did a phenomenal job. I truly, truly hope that they are brought back at some point because they're deserving of it, regardless of flashbacks. I don't really care what it is, but man, the very end there, I wasn't sure exactly what was going down during the ceremony. Once Daemon went to Rhaenyra and he grabbed a hold of her, and then we got close-ups of Viserys, and he was dying up there, like bleeding and whatnot, but I didn't know what exactly broke out between the fight, like what was the cause of it all. I thought initially that Kristen had actually saw Daemon grab Rhaenyra, so just his instinct, he just lashed out at Daemon, but that was not the case at all. Daemon just kind of disappeared during that whole thing, but it was actually the young Corlys' son's lover. I still don't know his son, but basically who Rhaenyra was going to marry, his lover somehow broke out in a fight with Kristen. I guess because he was talking shit. And I was saying the entire time, like, why is this guy even saying anything right now? He's doing too much. Like, he's going above and beyond when he really should just be taking a step back and keeping his mouth shut. Like, the fact that he's even allowed to continue to see Rhaenyra's new husband, and his parents know about it also. Clearly, like, you see the queen who never was. She keeps on looking over at Corlys, continually looking over at him like, you see this guy? You see him? Like, see him with our son over there? Without actually saying anything. There's so many eyes, like, gazing around the room. That whole scene, like, that was a long scene too, but during the entire celebration, we just kept on seeing eyes. Like, people are looking at each other, they're noticing things. Crazy scene. Just the way that the entire thing was filmed. A lot of times, a lot of those moments, there wasn't even words being said. There was just people dancing and then eyes shifting around the room, looking at each other, which was fantastic. Made for a very entertaining scene. But I even said right away, like, that dude is doing way too much. So I guess the fight actually broke out because we didn't see initially, like, the first blow being thrown. We just saw, like, a scuffle amongst the crowd. So I didn't know who actually was fighting in that moment. So it appeared to be Kristen and lover of Rhaenyra's new husband. I will get his name down eventually. Apologies for not knowing it just yet, guys. I know it was said like a 1,000 times, but you guys also know I suck with names. I'm surprised I know as many of the names as I currently do. So yeah, the fight broke out with him. Thank God I don't got to learn his name because he was killed off, which is great to see. But Kristen, right after that, I guess there was no consequences for his actions either because he was just allowed to leave. I don't know if he was removed of all titles or whatnot, but he just walked out there on his own doing. He wasn't like held captive or anything or thrown in a cell. So that's cool, I guess. And he went to kill himself, and that's when Allison, she actually noticed it. And honestly, I legit thought we were about to see the end of Krista right there. Like, I was fully in belief watching that yes, this is his final moment. We're about to witness his final breath being taken. And then right before he stabbed himself, like, he could pull up his shirt and everything, so he got like a clear cut. That's how I like really thought it was going to really go down, but that was not the case. Allison showed up just in the nick of time to stop that. I don't really know what she's going to do. I guess, was that all her plan too? Like, I definitely have some questions, so apologies for, if it's super obvious to some of you guys, apologies for asking these questions, but I feel like it's important. If I'm not sure, there is no stupid questions. You got to ask these things, and I know that's part of the reason why you guys watch too, to help clarify if there's anything I didn't pick up, then you guys can kind of jump in and assist me. So yeah, I definitely have some questions in regards to the end there with Rhaenyra being taken, because I don't know what happened with Daemon at the end there. He kind of just disappeared, or if there was a lot of quick cuts going down. So if something didn't happen with him, I didn't really notice. He just kind of disappeared. So yeah, we saw him grab Rhaenyra's face, and then right after that, the scuffle broke out, and then Kristen killed the dude. And then I didn't see from that point where Daemon actually was, but we did see a lot of people like nods going down, and then I think it was the hand of the king giving a nod to the one dude that actually grabbed Rhaenyra. I don't know the dude that grabbed her, what his name was. I don't even know the hand of the king's name, but up until this point, I've actually really liked him. So I've come to believe that he's a good guy. I said this last week also. You can't really like depict them as good or bad characters because they all have multiple sides to them. So as of right now, up until this point though, I've looked at the Hand of the King, the current Hand of the King, not Otto. We saw Otto very briefly, but the current Hand of the King, I've kind of looked at him as a good guy, but he was definitely the one that gave the nod at the end there, right before Rhaenyra was taken. So yeah, I don't know if that was part of Alicent's plan as well, if she was in on it, but clearly her uncle at the ceremony when Alicent was walking off after initially interrupting the king's speech, he's like, hey, we got your back, don't worry, whatever happens, we got you. So I have to believe that she was in on it, but where was she taken afterwards? Where is Rhaenyra right now? That's one other question that I have. Like, whose possession is she in? I don't think it was Daemon, because Daemon kind of just fucked off when everything started going down. So I guess it's the Hand of the King in the Queen herself. Do I have that right? Like, I definitely need some clarification on that, because there is legit so much going down at the end there. Like, so many camera cuts. We're seeing so many eyes, so many scuffles. Like, there was a lot going down. All that I really picked up on was, I think the Hand of the King is in on it, and this is just my speculation that also the Queen is in on it. And then she also appeared at the very end, saving Kristen right before he offed himself, and I was 100% convinced that he was about to off himself. So yeah, I don't know where exactly Rhaenyra is, or why she was taken, or what she was taken for. Obviously it has to do with the info being given to Kristen, about Kristen and her, from Kristen to the Queen. So man, hear what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that went down this episode. So much drama. Like, this person heard this, and then this person is using this info to do this. Then which person actually took the Queen after, or the princess afterwards, because so much was going down. So the scuffle as well pretty much was the cause of the start of it all, which really confused me. But man, what a freaking episode. But I was also speaking too, what I just mentioned between Alicent and Kristen, her using that info. Initially when she called him in there, she basically wanted to find out, like, did the Queen, or did Rhaenyra, the princess, leave that night, the night that everything went down, when my father was stripped of his title, when everything, people were claiming what they are currently claiming. Like, what actually went down that night? Did Rhaenyra leave her room? Is it true? What did you witness? I'm guessing these were the questions that she was actually going to ask, but she didn't even get to it before she could actually ask those questions. Kristen just kind of came out with it for himself. He's like, yes, it's all true. Everything that you're about to ask, it is true. I broke my vows to the King's Guard, the King's Men, my cloak. It's all worthless now because I did sleep. He didn't actually say it, but he was actually with Rhaenyra breaking his vows. So she's just like, you see her too. I really like that scene with Alicent there. The actress, she did a fantastic job upon hearing that news about Kristen and Rhaenyra, because you see the look on her face. She's just like, she's looking side to side like, this is not what I expected. This is not what I was asking. This is not the info that I was expecting, but okay, like this is a game changer now. So I'm led to believe that she's now using that info at the very end when everything went down with Rhaenyra at the ceremony where she was taken. I guess she was partly to blame for Rhaenyra being taken. It's just because the fact that we didn't actually see what came of that. We have to wait till the next episode. And the thing is, too, if we're getting a time jump and these actresses are no longer going to be playing the younger versions of the characters, so we're not even going to see official outcome from that. We're probably just going to hear about it in a future time jump, which kind of sucks. But yeah. So these actresses, I should probably look up their names here, because let me go to IMDb for House of the Dragon, because if this was in fact their last episodes, man, they did such a phenomenal job. Alicent also, she really stepped it up this episode. Right when Otto was kind of being banished and he was leaving King's Landing there, I thought she did a fantastic job as well when it was kind of like her final speech, her final conversation with her father that she actually had, at least as younger Alicent there. And he kind of dropped some wisdom to her where he was basically like, yeah, the king's not going to be around too much longer. Like, he's dying. He's not going to live to see old age. So you need to start acting on your own accord, start doing things, start thinking for yourself, because I'm not going to be here anymore. So you need to start stepping up and getting shit done, because if you want your son to really take over, you need to make that happen, because if that does not happen and Rhaenyra becomes the queen, there's going to be war outright. There's going to be an outright war. Like, shit is going to hit the fan truly. This is on you. You need to step up. And we saw it this episode, her stepping up, her starting with Kristen, her questioning him. It didn't go as she initially thought. Kristen, he's just kind of a good guy. Like, he was already feeling bad and guilty about breaking his vows and who he is as a person. And he even said it to Rhaenyra earlier this episode also, when he was pleading to her, like, we should run off. Like, let's choose freedom over all this. Let's just be together. Let's choose happiness. Let's choose freedom. Let's choose each other. Let's just marry, be happy. That way I could that would help me with my guilty conscience as well. And then, yeah, that was clearly not going to happen. Like, she was not having it at all. So he's a good guy. Because of that, though, like, too good. He came out with everything. Like, it didn't really take too much questioning from Alicent for him to just reveal everything. And now, after her conversation with her father Otto, she's really stepping up. And I even said during that scene, I feel like she's truly going to take these words that are being spoken to her by Otto, and she's actually going to use them. And then later this episode, man, it actually came to fruition. So yeah, let me find these actresses here that played the younger versions of them, because they all look different too. I don't know which one is it. Is it Olivia Cook? I don't know. No, that's the older version of her. So that's the actress that's going to play older Alicent, Olivia Cook. I was like, man, they definitely did well with the casting, because she looks like her. I was even questioning if that was the younger version, but I'm pretty sure the younger version, yeah, it even says young Alicent Hightower. Emily Carey. This episode especially, fantastic job. Major shout out to Emily Carey. I've never seen this actress in anything else, but she did a great job. I freaking loved her. This episode especially, you saw the change in her character. But the one that I really want to shout out, because I thought she had awesome screen presence from the initial first episode, when I think it was the very end of the first episode, when it was during her ceremony, when she turned the camera, you saw the look on her face, like the nervousness, like taking a deep breath, like taking and accepting it all, like the new title of hers. Looks like it's Millie Alcock. I've never seen this actress in anything else. I don't know what else she's been in, but I'll definitely be paying closer attention to her as an actress moving forward. Like, I've been seeing some great work from a lot of great actresses recently. Another one that had my attention was the actress that played the lead in Prey. I'd never seen her before, so she caught my attention from acting that. Some of these actresses, these girls, man, they awesome screen presences. It's not just, obviously they're all good looking and they're beauties. They're wonderful to look at, but I don't know, there's a certain, like, it's like a skill. I don't even think it's a skill, because I don't think it can be mastered. I think it's natural, just the screen presence with them, and just with them in all the roles. Fantastic job. I can't praise them enough. But man, this entire episode, the other dude too, Larry Strong, I'm seeing his character's name in front of me here, the one that was kind of like hunched over. I definitely got my eye on him, because his conversation with Alicent this episode lead me to believe that he's a sketchy one also. But his father, I should probably get his name here, I believe it's his father who is the new hand of the king. So Lionel Strong, I think it is, who I'm really a fan of. So it's kind of weird that his son now, who I'm pretty sure it is his son, He's super sketchy when his father is super cool, but it seemed like his father was in on it as well, with Rhaenyra being taken at the end there. But man, what an episode. There was so much going down. I don't want to spoil it for myself if it was in fact King Viserys' last episode, but it definitely was, or appears to be, Rhaenyra's last episode, at least young Rhaenyra and young Alicent's last episode. So it probably was King Viserys' last episode also. Otherwise, next time we see him next episode, when we get a time jump, he's going to be like a full-on zombie. Like, seeing his arm this episode too, bring me the leeches, man. He has suffered all season. Then at the ceremony, he's gushing blood, dripping blood, and he collapsed at the very end there. I have to believe, like, that might have been the very end of King Viserys also. But he was asking also this episode how he's going to be remembered to his hand strong. And I don't think he's going to be remembered very fondly, if I'm being honest here, because he asked, am I going to be remembered as a good king? I don't think he's going to be remembered as a good king. He might be remembered as a good man, because I did say that before too. I think it was last episode also. Like, I don't think he's a bad guy at all. Like, I've actually come to like King Viserys. Some of the decisions he's had to make, like, they may not have been the smartest, might not have been the best decisions for the realm and for his family, for the Targaryen, for the Iron Throne, but all in all, I do think he's a good guy. So hopefully he will be remembered as that, but as a king, not so much, man. I feel like he pissed off a lot of people. Even choosing Alicent, the one person that you had on your side with that decision, Otto, he no longer had him on his side when he eventually died, if he did actually die at the end there, because he did kind of banish him. He stripped him of his title and sent him off. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be remembered very fondly. I'll definitely remember him as a good man. I don't want to say as a good king though, which kind of sucks, because it just goes to show, like, you have to be more than a good man, or sometimes being a good man is not enough to be a good king. So man, what an episode. What a series so far, halfway through the season. And there's going to be a lot of drama moving forward, because the fact that if he does in fact die at the end there and she's made king, or how though? I'm trying to think, because we know she doesn't become queen, right? Or if she does, it's definitely not in the history books, not like what we were told. So I can't wait to see how it plays out from here. I guess somebody's going to go after her before he officially takes his last breath to make sure that she does not become queen. I can't wait to see how this all plays out, man. I have to assume next episode is going to be insane. Who knows how long Rhaenyra is going to be around for, too. Adult Rhaenyra, if the king is apparently going to be dying, because if she does not become queen, I don't know how this is all going to play out. Like, I'm just thinking right now, she has to be killed off, right? So there's clearly King Viserys doesn't have too much more time. So that leads me to believe she doesn't have too much more time. Man, I'm just kind of talking in circles here. So I'm pretty much just going to end it right there. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. This is a good one. I'd love to hear them. Definitely like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. But till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't full enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit, well, I'm not the one to be.